Translation of the Relics of Saint Athanasius the Great, Patriarch of Alexandria. His main commemoration is January 18. Our Holy Fathers Athanasius the Great, 373, and Cyril, 444, Patriarchs of Alexandria. Saint Athanasius, pillar of orthodoxy and father of the Church, was born in Alexandria in 275, to pious Christian parents. Even as a child, his piety and devotion to the faith were so notable that Alexander, the patriarch of the city, took Athanasius under his protection. As a student, he acquired a thorough education, but was more interested in the things of God than in secular learning, and withdrew for a time into the desert to sit at the feet of Saint Anthony, January 17, whose disciple he became and whose biography he later wrote. On returning to Alexandria, he was ordained to the diaconate and began his public labors for the Church. He wrote his treatise on the Incarnation, when he was only 20. It contains a phrase, still often quoted today, that express in a few words some of the depths of the mystery of the Incarnation. God became man that man might become God. Just at this time Arius, a priest in Alexandria, was promoting his enticing view that the Son and Word of God is not of one essence with the Father, but a divine creation of the Father. This view, which, as Athanasius realized, strikes at the very possibility of mankind's salvation, gained wide acceptance and seemed for a time to threaten the Christian faith itself. In 325, the Emperor Constantine the Great convoked a council of the Church at Nicaea to settle the turmoil that the Arian teaching had spread through the Church. Athanasius attended the council, and defended the orthodox view so powerfully that he won the admiration of the Orthodox and the undying enmity of the Arians. From that time forth his life was founded on the defense of the true consubstantiality, homoousia, of the Son with the Father. In 326, not long before his death, Patriarch Alexander appointed Athanasius to be his successor, and Athanasius was duly elevated to the patriarchal throne. He was active in his pastoral role, traveling throughout Egypt, visiting churches and monasteries, and working tirelessly not only to put down the Arian heresy, but to resolve various schisms and moral declines that affected his territory. Though the Arian heresy had apparently been condemned once and for all at Nicaea, Arius had many powerful allies throughout the empire, even in the imperial court, and Athanasius was soon subjected to many kinds of persecution, some local, some coming from the imperial throne itself. Though he was Patriarch of Alexandria for more than 40 years, a large amount of that time was spent in hiding from powerful enemies who threatened him with imprisonment or death. Twice he fled to Rome for protection by the Pope, who in the early centuries of the Church was a consistent champion of orthodoxy against its various enemies. From his various hiding places, Athanasius issued tracts, treatises and epistles which helped to rally the faithful throughout Christendom to the Orthodox cause. In 366, the Emperor Valens, fearing a revolt of the Egyptians on behalf of their beloved archbishop, officially restored Athanasius to favor, and he was able to spend the last 7 years of his life in peace. Of his 47 years as patriarch, about 17 were spent in hiding or exile. He reposed in peace in 373, having given his entire adult life, at great suffering, to the defense of the faith of Christ.